Hi guys, today I'm gonna do a war kind of that was GoVaLo again, but this time it's about at Town Hall 8. Both ready to get 3-star. I did attack. It was pretty awesome, I think. Oops, this is the current war. By the way, we have 5 winning strike again, which is a pretty good. Most of it's easy matchup, but we kind of did a good job. I think you can see we got a 3-star from number 9 to the bottom. My Town 9 was in the war because I'm upgrading my queen. I have 2 Town 8. I finished the top 4 Town 8s because I was busy. I need to finish all the attack during the night. So luckily I finished all the attack. It was 1 shot. It was pretty cool. All right, let's look at it. It's the same principle when you do GoVaLo at a Town Hall 9. So you're looking for bases that had air defense center, like this base. This is a very typical air defense center. Most time air defense center base you can do with dragon. I believe this is dragon ball because the CC troops are pretty easy to lure before you actually get engaged with the air defense. I think at the top left side probably is a good choice. You can lure with king, or you probably just attack gradually, then the CC probably will come out first. But the problem is, like a base like this, you have some defense on the like side of the core. So sometimes dragon will kind of go to the side instead of converge in the center. The funnel is not that easy. It looks easy, but not really that easy. You have to be patient to really get engaged to send all the dragon. Otherwise, you probably lost like 6 dragon to the side, and you probably only have 4 dragon. Maybe the balloons going to the core sometimes may not be enough. You will see a lot of point defense, and also even if you're probably able to finish the raid, will take down all the air defense. You probably don't have enough energy to finish these 2 archer tower, and probably some tiles on the back end. So these are all maxed, you can see. All right, so another solution is use, because this kind of structure is quite open structure, you can use GoVaLo attack. So the principle, same principle, use the GoVaLo troops to knock down the air defense and the balloons from the back end. All right, let's look at the raid. Enough talking. Okay, I bring, as you can see, I bring 1 golem. At Town Hall 8, I think I had more success with 1 golem. I failed a few, I didn't 3-star when I bring 2. But sometimes when the base, I think 2 is still possibility. But because you don't have enough camp space as the Town Hall 9, and also you don't have the queen to behind the golem to do the damage, you need more DPS troops. So taking 2 golem just take too much DPS space. You probably just don't have enough like a power to finish the base. Now, that's kind of trouble I'm running into. But I would still think 2 golem is possible in some scenario. But I think 1 golem probably fits best at Town Hall 8. Because you only do 1 golem, you need to find the best entry spot. You don't want like at the top left entry. I don't think it's a good spot because you have you have some archer towers shooting at you. The same, you have 4-point defense, possibly shooting the golem, and also probably one of them not be covered, so you will lose some when you DPS when you funnel. The key is to keep when you do either Gowipes or GoVaLo type of attack, try to keep the wizard survive. All right, so in the beginning, because that way it really helps you to funnel whether your P.E.K.K.A. or your Vox going to the core. That's the key. So your golem need to suck all the damage. So trying to take, few as less as point defense at the same time, but also where you enter, you're trying to cover all the defenses. You can't shooting at something else. So I choose the left side. You can see the left side, all these 3 defense can shoot in the golem same time, but they cannot attack anything else because everything all eyes on the golem. And I try to create a funnel as wide as possible. So I take down the bottom archer tower with 4 dogs to lure and to kind of get rid of that in case my wizard my wizard clear this the bottom of the army camp and to take care of the king. I don't need to deal with that archer tower. I don't lose my wizard, at least not at the beginning. All right, let's look at the raid. You can see the raid finished pretty quick. It's 2.5 minutes. All right, 4 hogs in, take down the archer tower. I think it's worth the investment. Especially, I mean, I have the poison spell now. You can see. Use the poison spell is pretty easy. Take down the CC. But even if I don't, you can see I'm on the second raid. They had almost exactly the same type of troops. I didn't have the poison spell. It still works because I have the witches in the CC. All right, so golem down. You can see all 3 defenses shooting at the golem. Wall breakdown. Break it to 3 sets wall. That's what I planned. I had the last 2 wall break it for the core, which I mean I lost 1 I think. I didn't quite break. Luckily the king actually go out, so I have my king to take down his king. Didn't even use his ability. The reason I funnel, you can see I take down this golden storage and the top storage. Make sure my Vox only go to the core. Even if it's a go to the side, like it go to the motor and it go to the Tesla, but still like in the pretty close range. So there's a chance some troops will go inside, or my wizard can hit down at least some of the air defense. That's my plan. All right, you can see the wall break didn't break the wall, so they go to the side, take down the motor, but they go back because there's nothing left. If there's a Telsa, then probably will change the rate. But still, you can see my witches, my wizards couldn't go to the core. I still have a wizard left in the back. All right, now it's the rage here. That's easy. Here comes the looms. I think my looms is perfect timing because my Vox still do the tanking and my looms reach it before actually all the defense down. All right, so you can see now the rest raids are pretty simple. All the defense is down. You can see people will ask, so why you use rooms? Probably just, why not? Just like all the Gowipes attack, why not just bring more DPS wizards? But as you can see, if I don't have the rooms, my witches on the top will be dead. All right. So is if you bring extra wizard, it doesn't help. You're probably dead by the top, like the 2 archer tower and the 2 Tesla will kill all my kill squad on the top. My king's still working on the bottom, but that doesn't help because by the time they reach to the top, either time's over or you just don't have enough power left to finish the base. That's the problem of Gowipes. But with the balloons on the back end can access those defense directly, I got a 3-star. It's a pretty easy one. All right, let's look at another one. This is a clean attack. Actually, the first attack was a dragon. The same kind of concept, relative open base, and air defense is cool. This is actually easier, not because I see the replay, because the base structure is more open, more easy to break. The Vox actually have nowhere to go, even without the wall being broken. So you can see if you dragon, it's not that easy. I mean, people will talk about these spaces. It is easy to try. I agree, it is easy to try, but if you don't know the logic, the fundamental of the funnel, you still make mistakes. But same way, it's like you do the GoVaLo attack. You need to do the funnel. Once you do the funnel, you see it's so easy. Let's watch the replay. I think it's only take this is even shorter. If I didn't waste time on the CC kill, I probably even can get it done in in less than 2 minutes. Okay, 2 giants, 2 lure. I didn't bring 4 hogs. The reason is not worth it because I can't take down anything. And my golem had 1 golem in the bottom left can take everything. You can see this one I didn't because I upgraded my Dark Spell Factory after my first attack. Actually, it was before the war started. I saved the 1 spell for the first attack, but I didn't have the second one. But it doesn't matter. I didn't lost a single troops against this CC because I had a wizards. I'm sorry, witches. All right, now the golem down. Golem takes 3 damage at the same time. My king's down. Actually, I sent my Vox very early because they have nowhere to go. You can see here, they have nowhere to go. the Vox will go into the court regardless the walk is broken now. And at Town Hall 8, the level 8 war is not going to stop me with that rage. All right? Not to mention I have the War Breaker. You can see I heal them early because make sure the golem is alive because there's a lot of point defense shooting at him. Wall breakdown, break the wall, and everything is broken. Now the rage spell, make sure they take down their defense quicker, and another heal to the back. Probably the heal is a bit earlier, but it doesn't matter. Here come the rules. You can see there's perfect timing. You don't have to wait until all the air defense is down, because by that time, if you do that, you will lose pretty much all your tanking. So that hurts. I mean, the bottom, you see only the bottom and the top left right side of my balloons was taking 1 shot on the air defense, and that's it. All right, you cannot send too early. Too early, if the air defense is up, your balloon will be dead by before you actually get and do any damage. You can see how quick this attack verge. Within like 20 seconds, the whole base is gone. So, and I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5, 6 Vox left. I almost the golem didn't even pop. You can see I bring 9 Vox. Usually that's the. I mean, I'm not saying this standard composition for every base. You do need to customize. I would say 1 golem. You need 7 to 8 wizards. You need to have at least 7 Vox, I think. Prefer, of course, you can more is better. War break you have to customize. Like the first one I bring 8 because I know I need to have more. Actually, I think if I to be play safe, I should bring more. But I don't want to reduce to reduce other, because I had the 4 hogs. I mean one way I can save it is don't bring the hogs. I have 20 extra troops, so I can probably use 2 terror and save the 10 troops that can bring more War Breaker. Like this one, I think 6 War Breaker is definitely enough because you can see I don't really need a War Breaker. With the rage is totally enough. Spell, I prefer 2 heal, 1 rage, but 2 rage, 1 heal also works. But I think 2 heal works better because you can have the Vox tank longer. All right, and CC, whether you have witches is optional. You can have a max Vox if you do have you can have that, or once if you have maxed Vox in it, then you can have more wizards as a kill squad, and also have some archers in case if it's a first attack, if you have dragon or other type of CC troops in it, it's probably to use those to kill. You can't just kill CC troops with a wizard. It doesn't work that way. Or you can just go in. Don't rule. Let your Vox kill the CC. So that way, remember, if you do that, then probably you should definitely bring 2 heal, because if they have a max wizard in CC, if you don't have a poison, it kill your Vox pretty quickly. All right. And also one last thing is to mention about Vox attack in overall. That's kind of boring. I'm talking. Let me show you another attack. Anyway, we're just rolling. So another thing about Vox is much better than P.E.K.K.A. So basically, it's a ground attack. The first part of attack is a ground attack. It didn't change it much from Gowipe. I just replaced the Vox with replaced the P.E.K.K.A. with Vox. camp space wise, 1 P.E.K.K.A pretty much equals to 3 Vox. But 3 Vox works much better than P.E.K.K.A for a couple of reasons. It's quicker. It's move much quicker, attack quicker. So DPS wise, if you look at the numbers, DPS wise, P.E.K.K.A, level 3 P.E.K.K.A works better, it's higher. But the real DPS, the effective DPS, Vox is much higher because Vox attack quicker. P.E.K.K.A like swipe very slow, and most building only survive like a 2 swing. So last time you waste a lot of time on trash building. It doesn't matter. You waste a lot of damage. Well, Vox damage per attack is much lower, but DPS wise is more close to it's a real number. So I think it's more effective. And Vox have no penalty against Tesla. So all the defense building to Vox is the same. It doesn't matter if it's an Archer Tower, it's a Tesla, or it's Cannon. It's the same thing. Or P.E.K.K.A wise, you have 3 at Town Hall 9 level, you have 4, which had double damage against you. It's a huge, because I believe at max Town Hall A was 70, maybe 65 something. Double it. How it feels like? It feels like air defense shooting at a dragon. That's how damage it is. P.E.K.K.A, like P.E.K.K.A, if you have a 2 Tesla, 3 Tesla shooting at a 1 P.E.K.K.A, you can be mailed down by like 10 seconds. Even sometimes even less. You have more defensive shooting at. So the Vox is much better that way. Vox do have one weakness, which is the spring trap. People worry about that. I mean, of course, it's more expensive. It costs a lot of dark. But do away the cost, because we do war just for winning, not for resources. And the spring trap, because the Vox move much quicker. You can see in a lot of raid, if you go back to watch the raid, I didn't lose almost, probably every time I use Vox, I probably only lost 1 or 2 at a spring trap. A few reasons. Most time the spring trap is not in the core. I mean, sometimes a lot of time is the side of the building, on the first hour outside the raid. And another reason is most time the spring traps is placed between defenses. That's the most effective way. Well, Vox doesn't attack defenses as priority. Vox attack everything. So when they stand inside the core, they attack everything. So it doesn't matter to Vox. When they attack everything, and because of the splash damage, most things are down all at the same time, and the spring trap become ineffective because Vox end moves very quick. It's not like a giant. Giants stepping on trap, the trap pop, the giant's in the air. Well, Vox is triggered and toasted, but was it toasted back into the air? It's totally 2 different things. Well, Hogs is a little bit different. Hogs is more vulnerable when you actually put the spring trap in between the defense, because Hogs stop specifically between defenses. So Hogs is relatively more vulnerable, but it's less vulnerable against the Hogs, but more vulnerable compared to Vox. That's why I think Vox is a very kind of underrated defense here. I mean, troops, because it's expensive. People feel like it doesn't really. I mean, it's not very effective in war. That's why I feel like people. The more I use it, I feel like the more powerful it is. How powerful it is, because it's just so much advantage against P.E.K.K.A. Whereas the P.E.K.K.A is definitely overrated. People feel like it's like a dragon. It's a dragon, the same idea. It's a strong, it has a lot of health, it's a big damage, but the problem is you only got a 1. So you're wasting a lot of camp space. I don't think you get great return of it. I do see P.E.K.K.A value if you bring, like sometimes you can bring 1 max win the CC. I do see the value because it's really strong, and also especially against the heroes, like P.E.K.K.A can take down your queen, the queen and king very quick. So I mean, but other than that, I don't really see much. All right, that's all. I hope you guys enjoy the video. See you next time. Bye bye.